Hey everyone, I am back again with more 49 and Market Echoes of Time. This collection, you've heard me say it a million times, I love it so much. And I've made a couple cards with a few of the Echoes of Time products, but my husband just took me to the scrapbook store yesterday and he bought me this set that I didn't have yet. This Echoes of Time die cut elements. There's 83 die cut pieces in it. Gorgeous. And then the rub-on transfers Echoes of Time. So I probably will not use these ones today, but I am going to use some rub-on transfers. And being that, you know, this whole Echoes of Time thing has all these different gears, I have this little bag of gears, Steampunk bag of gears here that I've used on a card before, and I probably am going to use something out of there. And I also have this floral die by Elizabeth Craft Designs. I don't know what it's called. I guess just Florals 29. Oh, lace flower, or compatible with lace flowers. I'm not sure how their labels work. But anyways, I've used this die several times and it's beautiful. So I've got my card base and I've got a panel. And I have several different Distress Oxide inks that I kind of picked out, some that kind of had some of the same tones as these, but I'm not sure what all I will use. So to start with, let's just open this gorgeous collection up and take a look at these. So there's 3 sheets of these. So pretty. I just love these like clocks that are kind of faded out. And the color palette in these is just stunning. So I think what I want to do, I want to use this one and probably this one. So I will go off screen and cut those out with my scissors and come back. Okay, I have these cut out. Not 100% sure how it's going to go, but I'm kind of thinking maybe something like that. I don't even know. Maybe I won't even use both of them. We'll see. But I think I'm going to set those off to the side for the moment. And I've got some white cardstock. And I do want to cut out some of these flowers, probably just the smaller ones. But I think I want to ink blend some of this Tattered Rose over at first. I just think I want to put some of the Tattered Rose color down, die cut them, and then go over top with some Victorian Velvet maybe. That's kind of what I'm thinking in my head. Whether that's going to actually play out, we'll see. This is not the juiciest ink pad. See how many we can fit on there. And like I said, I'm thinking just the smaller ones. So I will go cut out a few of these and come back. Okay, I decided to do one larger one as well. Let me bring those colors back in here. See, I think those colors would work well. I wondered about adding some of the Victorian velvet, maybe just around the edges. I'll grab a little finger dauber here, and let's just take one and see what that would do. I have my little piece of foam here, and somewhere over here a stylus that I like to use for shaping these. And I just kind of roll around the back of each petal here, just to give it a little bit of shape. And then flip it over and do the center. Just makes them stand up a little bit more, make them a little more natural looking. Okay, I've got all of these done. They're not stuck together, I just kind of have them placed there. I'm just wondering if I want a little bit more color on them. Maybe not. I'm not even 100% sure how I want these. I kind of had thought running a strip here. Oh no, no, no. Oops. Okay, I kind of thought maybe something like that, but I wonder maybe that instead. Maybe like that with some, oh, I missed part of that flower. Some flowers on there. Those flowers almost look too pink now. You know what, I do think something like that. So let's peel this one off. And there we go. So I'm going to grab my bone folder. And then my handy dandy little tool here to pick. Okay, that's not quite. I might just use that one actually. Come on. being like extra cautious. Probably more than I need to be with this. It's just so pretty, I don't want to wreck it. Okay. And then I'm thinking that one there. A little bit more there. And there. Oops. Okay. That's really pretty. Okay, now the flowers aren't really spaced out nicely, but I was kind of thinking if I put a couple of flowers like there-ish was kind of my thoughts. Let's bring out some of the gears. Get really thick ones. Ooh, that's actually really pretty. I've got really like gold ones. I kind of like that. And I did have some vintage photo. Antique linen kind of matches that. The vintage photo almost matches that rusty kind of one. And scorched timber. You know what? I think I don't need the vintage photo because those gears kind of pick up those. I almost wonder if I want to trim the card down a little bit and add some scorched timber around the edges. You know what I do want to try? I want to try adding just the tiniest bit of this on the edges of the flowers. And I have a darker finger dauber, so hopefully that will work well. It's very subtle, but I think it's going to help. Yep. Okay, I have all my flowers inked up. So I'm going to bring out my Barely Art glue. And the little knob from the top fell off, so I'll have to use my pliers to get that out. And I am just going to start adding these together. So I like to just put a little daub of glue in there, position it, and just press that down. A little bit more. And I am going to trim the panel down. Now my thought, do I just ink up the edges with the scorched timber and lay this all on, or do I distress the edges? I think I will just add some ink as is here. Yep, definitely like that. We had a big gear somewhere here, another one somewhere there, another one somewhere there. It's gonna go something like that, and something like that. Oh, I need a sentiment. I did pull out some stamps. I wondered about a birthday card. I don't think I'll do that one. That's a maybe. That one has a little miss you that I thought might be nice. feelings are valid. You are important. You're loved. This one has nice little, like, I have a bunch of these cut out. So I've got like a little missing you that's already done. That might be an option. You're important and bloom as you are. I almost think I might like the you are important one, which means set that aside. Take that one out and bring in that cardstock again. And I've got my Diversifying Clear Nocturne ink that I like to stamp sentiments in. An acrylic block. Set that aside, and I need paper. Here's some scrap paper. Because I want to heat emboss that with clear embossing powder. And then I have to go grab the coordinating die. Grab some washi tape and just make it not quite as sticky. And then try to line this up. Okay. And I will glue those two together so it gives a little bit more dimension on there. Perfect. And that will go right there. Let's start adhering some of these things down. Start with the panel. Make sure I have that the right way. And line it up. That's gonna go there. You know what I should do is find some centers for the flowers first. I usually like to use these little water droplet gems in the center of the flowers. I think they look elegant. Okay, I think I will add those. Let that dry. that dry. So I will kind of position these probably something like that. And then figure out where I want these gears to go. Something kind of like that. I do want that clock to be visible. Okay. Let's pull this one out. Guess that would be handy. Put that one there. And then this, I just add glue to that center section. Oops. And the sentiment. Okay, that is so pretty, I think. But I may add a few of these little guys, possibly. Let's just see what it would look like. Is the possibility of sticking that one there, and an even larger one over here. One there, one there. there. And then this little guy here. And this little guy here. All right, look at how pretty that turned out. I think it's gorgeous. I like the added brown color around the flowers and around the edges. And those gears just make everything pop. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, peaceful day.